Policy is that piece that has the control of our lives. But the participatory access that we can all have through, having a voice and being a part of the process gives power. So I feel that in a lot of ways, policy does have limitations, but policy, if we're all able to participate in it, gives us power.
To look at policy and not be afraid of it or see it as something that happens to me or something I don't have any agency over or say in.
It's been a very long time of living in context for me and for people of color and for marginalized people where a set of empowered people keep themselves safe. A set of empowered people articulate for themselves what accountability is.
Those of us that are marginalized, those of us that are on the outside of the hegemonic forces of white supremacy, we're the ones that need to step up.
Before we can keep ourselves safe, before we can hold ourselves and each other accountable, we have to keep ourselves. We have to hold ourselves.
There was so much resonance with the set of principles, but the one that gave me full body chills was health and safety arise from mutual care, a just society, and the interruption of violence before it harms others.
We keep ourselves safe. We hold ourselves and each other accountable. We are systematically taught not to keep ourselves, not to hold ourselves. That who I am doesn't matter. What use I am matters, but who I am doesn't matter.
How does that impact how you create policy in your life and how that touches other people and how that affects the world that you create around yourself?
In my mind, the ways in which we got to interrupt this policies that don't serve us, is to have the courage. And oftentimes we're beat down.
We bring that energy that we've learned, especially marginalized people, into spaces when we have the opportunity to talk about policy. And now we're not writing policy that's going to keep ourselves safe. We're writing policy that's going to keep some particular vision of ourselves safe.
We can have principles and govern and organize, but those institutions and hegemonic forces have been in place. They are supported by, all kinds of resources, all kinds of policies, but we are not without our power.
We got to relearn ourselves. We have to go way back and try to figure out who and what we are without our narrative already being altered by making it clear, palatable, acceptable, legible to an audience that's not hostile to it by accident.
No, you're not responsible for the harm that is done onto you, but you are responsible for your healing.
I love what's happening with the WEGovern together because it's giving, specific ideas. These are, guides, they're signposts, they're places that we can go from point A to point B until we can all have, the shared sense of power. If we are all able to participate in it, we all have a say and we all have the power. We can all have an impact on reversing and interrupting the status quo.
I believe that we all can work together to make those structures, those systems, those norms, and those rules something that can work for everyone.